win their second straight Stanley Cup.
What's good, everybody? Let's talk some Tampa sports. Just got home. Like, still in my work attire. Just got home. Let's knock out this video. It's Friday night. Trying to, you know what I'm saying. Very interesting week for the Lightning. Dealing with a ton of injuries, as you can tell by headline down below. It is a team that's showing a ton of fight, and we have to give them that for sure. So Chernak's day-to-day. Victor Hedman hasn't played. Holmberg been out. Ryan McDonough been out. So there's definitely some injuries that they're fighting through, especially on the defensive side. And you're asking guys to step up, calling guys up, young guys to make a difference, guys who are inexperienced to make a difference, and they're doing just that. You really can't have any complaints when you look at us just recapping the past week. We usually do Friday to Friday because that's just when I make my weekly recap videos. So going from on the road against the Florida Panthers, winning 3-1 there, you do have a pretty ugly loss against Vancouver at home. But then big game against the Devils, who have been very good this year, started very hot. You blow them out. You got the Jake Guentzel hat trick. And then last night, what a game that was, where Oilers score within the first, 3 minutes of the game, and then it's just nothing, just a goalie duel up until the end. And then, of all people, Nick Paul on his debut. Come on, man. That game had me hyped last night. It goes into overtime. In that overtime period, the Oilers get control first, and then the Lightning get control. They bring Kucherov on, and there's a little bit of time in between there. Oilers eventually get the puck back, and on a break, Vasilevsky makes 2 or 3 massive saves when he's just laying on the ground. Bolts take it the other way, and Jake Guentzel gives the Lightning that overtime win. So, crazy game last night. And if there were any concerns, I think it's safe to say after this week, Vasilevsky is still Vasilevsky. Giving up 1 goal on 25 shots last night. And then going back through the rest of the week. Last Saturday, 23 shots on goal from the Panthers, only 1 goal given up. We did have that ugly one. No Vasi in net, though. And then on that Devils game day, we're looking at 32 shots, only 1 goal given up. So Vasi stepping up his game this week. And then, like I said, with how much depth the Lightning are having to deal with on the defensive side, Vasi stepping up just makes these wins so much more significant. The fact that he's able to allow this team to stay in it, and I don't even think the defensive effort has been that bad. There's definitely been some major saves from Vasilevsky keeping the Lightning in it, but it isn't like he's absolutely taking it over and there's just chance after chance, like quality chances. I think the defense has been solid despite McDonough being out, Chernak day-to-day, Hedman being out. Like, it's impressive what the team's doing right now. So like I said, 3-1 over the last week against quality opponents, and really throughout the month of November, you're looking at wins against teams that have been good. And Mammoth and Vegas and Washington all the way back at the start of the month and then up until now. So this upcoming week, like I said, we go Friday to Friday. So we have the Capitals on the road. Then we come back home. We got the Flyers, the Flames, who are maybe the worst team in the league. And then on that Friday, we have the Devils. The video will come out before that game. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. That's a 12 o'clock start. So we'll be able to talk about that game on Friday. So 4 games that we'll have when I talk to you guys about the Lightning next Friday. Taking a look at the standings here. They just keep on rising, and that's exactly what you want to see from the team. 11-7-2 on the year, 24 points. And it's just pretty crazy how jumbled up everything is. Technically, Toronto is in 7th place in the division, but they're only 3 points behind us. Technically, the Canadiens and the Panthers are in 5th and 6th place in the division, but they're only 1 point behind us. Everything is completely jumbled up. Even the Red Wings, who are sitting at the top, only 1 more point than the Lightning, and we have a game in hand. Everything in the Atlantic right now is all just kind of squished together right now. Looking at the wild card standings, the Metropolitans definitely been a bit of a step above when you look at what they've done so far this season. The Hurricanes, 28 points, Devils, 27. We beat them this week by a good margin. The New York Islanders having themselves a good start to the season, 26 points. And then the 2 wildcard spots also go to Metropolitan teams. So, like I said, It's only a 1 point difference between us and the Florida Panthers right now, between us and the Canadians right now. But you see the difference of where we sit in the standings. It's still early. Everything's jumbled together. Every team kind of seems like they're pretty good right now. You know, outside of, like I said, the Flames, the Predators are having another rough season. There's some bad teams in the West. But really in the East, there's a 7-point difference between the top team and the team that's in second to last. Really, the Sabres are the only one that's towards the bottom there. Pretty crazy. So this week, we'll continue to have to watch the injury news, things like that. Chernak's the only one that's day-to-day. Everyone else is still technically IR. It was really great to get Paul back, and the fact that he's able to come in, play center, play wing, and just provide that depth, provide that position flexibility across the forward positions is absolutely huge to this team. And you saw what Cooper did last night with the changing of the lines. Just, all right, we got to get past this goalie somehow, some way. We're going to move Point to this line, move Kucherov out with this guy. Changing positions, like I said, with Paul, just plenty of changes able to be made, and that's due to depth, which, like I said at the start of the season, isn't really something we've been able to say much about the Lightning over the last couple seasons. So fight and depth, I feel like, have been my two callings that I've wanted to see from the Lightning, and that's what I've gotten so far this season. So I'm happy. I have no complaints currently with where the Lightning stand and what they're doing, once again, given the injuries. So hopefully by the time we talk this time next week, we'll have 4 games, like I said. Hopefully some more good performances from Vasilevsky. Hopefully some more good performances from the young guys, continuing to show that depth and the fight, and it just continues to move forward and forward. Like I said, the first video I made of the Lightning recaps, we were way down here in last place. When you talk about that rough start to the season feels so long ago at this point, and it really isn't that long ago. They were able to flip that switch, like we kind of talked about. They're going to reach their standard at some point. It's just a bad start, and that is what it is. And now look at where we're sitting. So it's super jumbled up. Everyone's kind of just all scrunched together like we were just talking about. So you have to continue to keep that pressure on, have to continue to keep that fight going, and I think the boys will be fine. So let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Like and subscribe if you're not already. Go Bolts. Plenty of more Bolts coverage coming. The Bucks only have, they're 6-4, so 7 games left in the season, not including playoffs. So like I've been saying throughout this, as the Bucks season continues to get further and further along, continues to wind down, the Bolts coverage will continue to rise and rise and rise. So if these are videos that you do enjoy, expect plenty more as the Bucks season continues to wind down. I'm only one person. I can only put out so much content. I'm not some network, and I'm trying to be one person, one fan, covering 3 teams. I can't remember the last time I made a Rays video, and I'm disappointed in that. But once again, one person, 3 teams. It's not my full-time job. I do this for fun. It's doing my best. So all your likes, all your comments mean a ton. Once again, thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Go Bolts. You all have a blessed one.
Hey, hey, Tampa Bay.